In the exercise files for this chapter, dig around until you find one called Waterfall, and go ahead and open that one up. Nice photograph, sailing into the sunset. But we're going to change all that. I want you to go up to the word filter on the pull-down menu and go down to Liquify, right there. The Liquify filter to me is not what I would consider to be a hardcore photo restoration tool. It's like finger painting. I think we all did that when we were kids. I still do. The whole idea is you can have some fun with this. There are some ways that it might work in terms of a restorative way, but to me it's more of a let's see what we can do and have some fun tool. For example, you've got a button right up here. This button to me is kind of like the finger painting part. And if we come over here to these clouds, we can make them angry. And I'm just dragging around. Now, if you do something like this and you kind of wish you hadn't, you can always come back up here to this one, and you can come back over and begin painting over them, and it will slowly go back to the way it was. But it does it in stages. So it gives you the ability to kind of bring it back in stages slowly, a little bit at a time. You've got this button right here. You've got Pucker and Bloat. Just love these names. Just love these names. This one right here is called Pucker. And what it does, and I'm going to get over here and use a bigger brush. It puckers things, like how about making the sun not quite so obvious. And of course we can come back over here and pick up this tool and begin wiping over it. Looks like it's rising, but actually it's just going back to normal. You have a bloat tool if you want it bigger. You know, let's leave it right there for now. What I want to show you with this one is not a photo restorative technique. I want to change this image in a kind of interesting way, and Liquify is great for water. Of course, the thing is called Liquify in the first place. Pick up this tool right here, the push tool. Now watch what happens. Let me get a little bit of a smaller brush. When I start right about here, and I'm going to drag to the left, what it does is it will push down or it will push up. So what I'm going to do as I'm talking to you about it is I'm going to keep going by and applying it over and over again. Get an idea where I'm going? They're about to have a really fun ride. Now if you go the other way and drag in the other direction, it pushes up, which can create a water spout, for example. Okay, let's stop right there before we get in too much more trouble. We'll go ahead and click OK. And so we don't see this part right here. Let's do a crop on this. We could clone stamp or do something, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick up our cropping tool and come over into the image and just go, say here, pull that down to about there, and then double click. And there you go. Just one way you might use Liquify in a less than restorative way, shall we say? On to the next.